Hi, I'm Nelson. Welcome to South Paths. For regular viewers, I'm sorry fellas, I haven't been around for the last 3 weeks. Work has been a bear. I have been a busy boy. 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. I'm making the money. So I can go back home to Asli and have a nice 6-month vacation. I think you should do this too. I mean, I don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am. I'm just a guy, okay? I'm just a guy that's here pounding home every so often. The reasons why you should really consider getting the hell out of Dodge, okay? Western Life Today, I've written 6 reasons, or six pieces to this little video as an overview. Let me fix the camera. This is there. That's a little better. And Western Life Today for the average male. You do this. This is what you do. It doesn't seem to matter if you're single or married. This is what most of us do, right? Work, Netflix, sleep. That's it. Is this a life? Is this what you want? Now, I'm gonna talk to the single guys. I know the married guys, you're in a situation that, well, you're married. I hope you're happy. I hope it's going good. I hope you found a unicorn, a girl that's really good to you. It's hard to find this person in the West, in Canada or the US or any of the other G7 nations that are dripping with feminist ideology, poisoning women's minds, turning them against us, making them hate us without good reason. You know, most of us guys, 90% of us don't cheat. And do you know why 90% of us don't cheat? Because we can't. No woman has come after us. We don't do it. We're not even tempted because it doesn't happen. So we don't cheat, but the wife, oh, she can if she wants to. Just like that. You know. So anyway, Western Life Today. You work, you watch TV, you go to bed. Somebody pays the bills, and on we go. You know. And we hope that the value of our home continues to go up, and we hope that when we trade in the car, we get a better deal than last time, you know, and we hope the insurance for the car will go down. It doesn't. Never. And we all think something's missing. Well, something's missing is everything is missing, you know. You're not incredibly happy. She's not incredibly happy. And everybody's just waiting for the shoe to fall. 67% divorce rate overall. That's counting first-time divorces, second-time divorces, and God help you, third-time divorce. Oh my God. We all know how divorce court goes. If we haven't had it ourselves, we have friends who've gone through it, and they explain it to us in no uncertain terms. So that's Western Life Today. That's number 1. Number 2, now, for those who don't know me, I spend 6 months a year in the Philippines, and will continue to do this until I reach sufficient age to collect all my pension at 65. And at that time, I'm out of here. I'm gone, baby. I will never return to Canada unless I have to, or to visit my children. Once a year, perhaps I'll come back for 2 weeks, visit the kids, visit my family, and then I'm gone back to that beautiful mythical place called the Philippines. And it is mythic. It is mystical over there for a man, especially if you're an older man and you have a few pennies, you know, to scrape together a couple of nickels. You'll do just fine in every regard. The Philippines is a place that's just not what you can imagine could exist on the earth. Because You've never seen outside of your box, the life you're in. You have no idea. So some comparisons between Canada, USA, and the Philippines. Okay? Let's start with the cost of living, day-to-day life. In Canada or the US, to rent an apartment, you're looking at, to get something in a decent neighborhood where you don't hear gunfire all night, you're talking about $1,000 a month. Minimum. $1,000. In the Philippines, my apartment is 6,000 pesos a month. 6,000 pesos is in the neighborhood of 150 to 140 to $150 a month Canadian. If it was US, it's 57 to 59 pesos per US dollar. So it'd be more like 110, 105, $110 per month for a 2-bedroom apartment that is really nice. Oh, this camera. Hang on. The sun's going down over there and is causing me grief over here. Maybe we should move. Okay, I'm back. I'm moved. And now perhaps you can actually make me out. Anyway, you're looking at $110, $120 US, perhaps, a month for a decent 2-bedroom suite outside of the major cities in the Philippines. In a town, small city, or even out in the countryside, depending on what you want for a place to live. And if you're going to make a choice between retiring in Canada or the US or retiring in a place like the Philippines, I have to encourage you to go over there and visit for 3 weeks a month and see what the hell it's all about with the Philippines. Lots of other people are running on the channels. Life in the Philippines, life in Thailand, life in Vietnam or Laos or Cambodia, and the advantages it offers you. For one thing, your dollar will go 5 times, sometimes 10 times as far as it goes in the West. The cost of living there is just cheaper. Food is half as much as it is here, or less, depending on where you shop. You can have a health plan through Phil Health or through various other American players and Canadian players like Sun Life and stuff like that. You can have over there as well. So you have some healthcare coverage, and it's cost you a few $100s a year. Not a month. I know the cost healthcare coverage in the US is like $600 a month or something for a basic plan. Oh my God. In the Philippines, like $600 a year for a basic plan. A year. Anyway, cost of living. Food is cheap unless you're buying American food. If you're buying American brands like Lay's potato chips, if you're buying American pasta for making your spaghetti, it's going to cost you American prices and things like that. If you're a smoker, the good news is you can have a pack of Camels for $2 US, $1.75 in there. It's not that cheap in Phoenix anymore, so there's that. Okay, quality of life. Quality of life in the Philippines. Wow. Oh my God. I have a friend who's a subscriber, and he came to visit us, and he has a girl over there in the Phils, and she straight out adores him. Chris. Hello, Chris. How are you doing, Chris? He's got it together, man. He went through the big D. He's had his life handed to him on a plate, financially and whatnot, and he decided to make the jump. And in a few more years, he's going to retire. And he's got a girl over there, you know, and she is wonderful for him. She is gorgeous, and she is beautiful personality, very nice. Her and my Asli, they're good buddies. They share and talk about lots of things. They go into town, do shopping together. They click like sisters. They're great. They're great. And I can't tell you, and Chris could tell you. Chris can tell you, and he'll probably tell you in the comments when he sees this, the difference between a Western woman and a Filipino. Wow. There's simply no way that a Western woman can compete with a Filipina. Filipinas are beautiful in spirit and soul and appearance, everything. They treat you like gold. And a lot of guys say, well, you got to pay for the whole family and all of that, you know. You know what? I help out my family in the Philippines, her Asli's family. I help them out, but they don't come to me for a lot. They really don't. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon, like we're talking about twice a year, they may get behind the eight ball because her son, he doesn't get enough work that month or something, you know, or they have unexpected bills. Like one of the kids gets sick, they have to go in and get some tests done at the hospital or something. Maybe they got measles or something. You know, they have to have some tests run and they have to get the medicine and all of that. And it's not in their budget, and they need a little help. And when I say a little help, I'm talking $50. You know, here in the US, or in Canada, I should say here in Canada or the US, I am in Canada. If you're married or going steady with a woman and she has a situation, you're on the hook for hundreds or thousands of dollars to help her out of a problem, or just to keep her happy. Just to keep her happy, man. Oh my goodness. It can be bad. It's extremely expensive. If you're married, oh, come on. You're going to pay thousands of dollars a month for the car, the house, the Visa cards, the insurance. You know, you've done it or doing it, you know. In the Philippines, when I'm away for 6 months, I send Asli an allowance to cover the cost of living there. So she has a little extra money to buy her secret indulgence is dark chocolate from Germany. She can't help herself. She loves that stuff. It's fine. It's a treat. I let her have it. But you're talking about 200 pesos. So it's like, what is that? That's like, let's see, $5 for a beautiful black chocolate, German-made chocolate bar. She has one of those like maybe once a week, you know. So the difference between Western women and Filipino women is wild and wide. You know, there's no reason for you to retire in Canada. There's no reason for you to retire in the United States. There just isn't. You get your pension, and you can live in the Philippines for 20 cents on the dollar compared to the US or Canada. As long as your health is good, you're fine. If your health is a little iffy, you know, maybe you want to stick closer to a major medical facility that is on par to handle the situation that you may have if you have a problem, you know. But I mean, it's a matter of choosing your neighborhood, getting the appropriate medical coverage when you're there to make sure that if something goes wrong, you have some buffering against the expense. And the expense is not that much. There was a lady there whose mother, she went to the hospital. We know, unfortunately, her mother didn't make it. She was 83 years old, and, well, it was just her time. But her daughter did everything she could to save her mother, of course, and we helped her. And for her to be in the hospital in critical care, 24-hour care, serious care, was about $2,500 for a month. A month. You'll pay more than that for 4 hours in the US, you know? So, you buy a healthcare plan for 600, 800, 1,000, depending on what tier you want per year, and much of your problems are covered. So, I mean, when was the last time, for example, about how you're treated by a Filipina? If you have a Filipina that really does like you, she really adores you, it's not something, false, there's no pretense. You're a nice guy. She likes you, she loves you, she is so happy to have you. I mean, the security that you offer financially is important, but I mean, that's important anywhere. It's important in Canada, it's important in the US. You have to have that for them to feel safe. It's a part of the situation, you know that. But in the Philippines, it's so much easier to take care of them in every way for you. And as a side benefit, you have a beach to walk on with her at sunset. The beers are cheap. Like I said, if you must smoke, you get your Marlboros or Winstons for under $2 a pack. So I mean, if you must smoke, okay. Asley wakes me up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that, and she nudges me and says, "Babe, wake up, wake up. Breakfast is ready." When was the last time your wife or ex-wife said, come in and nudge you on Saturday or Sunday morning, give you a kiss on the cheek to wake you up, and then said, "Baby, breakfast is on the table. Come have your porridge and your coffee"? Not many of you guys can say that, but in the Philippines, Asley does that for me, and I understand the gravity of that consideration, and I make sure that she wants for nothing, and the cost to me to fulfill that duty and that role as a man is a fifth of what it is in Canada or the US. It doesn't harm me financially, it doesn't harm me psychologically, there's no problem with it. There's no downside, you guys. There's none. I mean, ask a man who has a Philippine wife, or a woman from Thailand is his wife, or ask any of these fellows. Ask them. You must know somebody at work. Ask him, how's it going? What's it like? And inquire. Invest in yourself. Research this. Please do this. Fix your future so it is what you want it to be. Other benefits of living in the Philippines. Are you the kind of guy that likes to go fishing? How about if you go fishing in a boat for tarpon? A couple of 1,000 pesos for 4 hours, and you go out with the fishermen, and you can fish for big fish. Big fish, shark, tarpon, all kinds of giant fish out there you can fish for. You can stand in at high tide. You can just walk out at high tide and stand there knee deep, waist deep, and have a fishing reel and rod that'll cast out for like 200 yards. And you cast out into that surf, man, and reel her back in, and maybe catch something on the surf coming back in on high tide. You will love it. If you're a photographer, it's paradise. You'll go crazy. You'll wear out your camera in this place. It is nuts. If you like to read, you can sit in a hanging weave basket chair in a shade under a tree and sit there and sip your tea, your coffee, drink your beer, whatever you want, all day, every day. And it will cost you nothing. You'll go to bed at night with your spirit happy. Everything will be well. You'll be so thankful. It's not like back here where you have to worry about, getting enough hours. Am I going to make the Visa card payment? Am I going to make the car payment? Oh, I got to rush to my second job because I got to rush to my second job to make the Visa and the car payment. The car payment. Well, what does a car cost these days? $1,000 a month? If you include the insurance, it's certainly $1,000 a month. You pay for the car, you pay for the insurance, you pay for the maintenance. You have to buy tires every 2 or 3 years. Oh, it's endless, baby. It's set up like that to keep you on the hook. And they put more gizmos and more shit in the car, so you think that you got a better deal this time. You paid another, I don't know, $1,200 to $2,000 more than the last car you bought because, well, it goes up 10 or 12% per year. Ridiculous. Even your credit card, or not your credit card, your cable. What does your cable cost these days? Do you have cable? It's like $100 a month for cable. Your cell phone? How much is your cell phone, man? $50, $100 a month? You had to have the Ultra 25s, Ultra 25 or the Apple 16, the latest thing, or the folding Samsung, even worse. Oh my God. You pay for that every month with your plan. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And you're stuck. You're hooked to it for 2 or 3 freaking years. Do you remember when you could buy a car and pay it off in 2 or 3 years? You got a phone. You got to pay for it for 2 or 3 years. That is pretty, man. Anyway, I guess I'm pretty close to finishing my rant here. I am a super happy man the way my situation is. It could be better. I could be over there permanently. It will happen. A couple more years. The rest of my stuff comes in. My pension and all of that. And I'll be able to stay over there permanently. And I'll be happy to be buried in the soil of the Philippines next to my Asli. And I can't tell you what it's worth. 6 months of walking on a beach at sunset if I want to, with Asli's hand in mine. 6 months of being able to sit there and read books. Your favorite authors. Have you done reading lately? You should get back into that. 6 months of putting on sunglasses and suntan lotion, hanging out at the basketball court playing basketball with the kids, the young guys, shooting with them. I'm 6.5 feet tall, so they expect me to play, and I play basketball with them sometimes. Even though I'm 62 years old, they outmaneuver me like that, of course. But when I've got the ball, I'm 6.5 feet tall. I hold the ball up in the air. They don't have a snowball's chance in hell of grabbing it. And just dribble across and hold the ball up. And when I get close enough to the net, in it goes. I shoot. So we have fun. You don't have to stay at your job. You divorced guys, I mean, you could sell your house before it crashes, the whole thing crashes again. You could sell your house and you could move there and you could live off the interest. Money maker or money market account, or some bonds, corporate or treasury bonds from the government. It makes a smaller amount of interest every month than you might make on the internet or might make on the stock market, but it's guaranteed interest. And you can make a budget and say, well, if I could sell for this much and get rid of all my shit, I would have this much money, and I invested in these bonds, then it's a shield from taxation, and I can make this much per year. So if I'm making 25 grand a year or 50 grand a year, about 25 grand a year from the interest. Well, that's $2,000 a month in the Philippines. You could live like a king on $2,000 a month, man. I live there on $1,000 a month. We go to all kinds of places. We go to different islands. Like, look at my videos. And check out Asli's video channel too. She has a video channel out of her own now. And I'll post the link at the bottom. It's wonderful. Please consider escaping this hellhole that is Canada, the US, Australia, Belgium, France, Germany, England. It's all the same game, just a different location. You're being sold a boatload of bullshit here. Get your money before they rake you over the coals and take it away from you at retirement time. Just use your head, talk to your accountant, Find out what your options are. Find a way. Go to the Philippines for 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, and see what it is. You'll be amazed. That's about all for now. That's about all for now. Anyway, I'm Nelson. This is South Paths. And I'll catch up to you again in another couple of weeks, or possibly a week, if I can find something to talk to you about. Stuck in Canada, I don't have any news about the Philippines because I'm not there, man. I'm going back in October. I'll be back there then. I'll make a video about my great escape from Canada. Believe me, that'll happen. So that's all for now. I'm Nelson. This is South Paths Philippines. Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.